live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, great to hear from you. And Anthony Davis often is in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year and even MVP, but don't expect him to indulge in that talk. He said, if I play to my potential, then those just happen. But winning another title, anchoring our defense, staying healthy, those are the types of goals I set for myself. Kevin?
You always have. Priorities very straight with you, David. Thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Oklahoma City, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the Lakers, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Brown out there with Randall. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's R.J. Barrett.
Here we go.
And it's Thompson in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. Big Daddy is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Embiid with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And here's James outside. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Since being drafted out of high school, I don't think there's an aspect of LeBron's game that has improved more than his shooting. It has become a strength.
With the step back, Rose with the ball. Now defended by Embiid, 11 feet away. And that one is off. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the 3 by the Lakers. A putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
LeBron kicks to Davis. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. Of course, at this point of the season, we see which teams have gotten better. What's the toughest threshold do you think to cross?
I think breaking through and becoming that championship team, that one team standing when the last game has been played. Listen, if you've struggled for long stretches, getting to 500, can be a process. But to me, those teams that can cross from perennial postseason participant to NBA champion, that is the hardest threshold.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Rose passes to Thompson. Now, here's Barrett. Outside for Randall. Barrett trying to free himself up. And there's Randall on the assist by Barrett.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Davis with a screen on Barrett. And the foul on Rose. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The 3 from Davis. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Rose against Irving. A floater, and the layup is up and in.
Well, the floater has always been a key shot in Derrick Rose's arsenal, and the later he gets in his career, the more we may see him deploy it.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. And good that time. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field. One thing Irving's been doing more of, using his offhand in the lane to hit floaters, and even on jump shots.
This guy is so creative, so inventive. The ability to make last-second adjustments. And I mean that whether he's in the air, off his feet, or with his handle, his ability to keep defenders guessing is truly incredible.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Thompson. Fournier comes in for Barrett. And it's Ty Jerome in for Derrick Rose. Now Brown, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ball's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Lakers, LaMelo Ball.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Trailing here by 8, and Cousins throws it down.
A power move by one of the biggest problems in the low post, DeMarcus Cousins. Don't let him get that deep.
Ball, the pass to Terrell. Takes a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Terrell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Lakers. Randall outside. Pass to Jerome. Back to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. With the crossover, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Here's Terrell, who's guarded by Fournier. There's Ball with the three, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Rushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And there's the block, just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Terrell. It's good from long range. Terrell's got 9.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fournier pass to Brown. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Connects from three-point range. That's 12 points for Big Daddy.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back right after this.
All right.
Well, plenty of firepower, but Kyrie Irving committed to digging in at the defensive end as well.
I wouldn't be able to do it without our bigs and our consistent effort from our wings as well, helping me out. I may not make the right play every time on defensive end, but we're doing a great job of covering for one another, and I cover for my teammates as well as they cover for me. So, that's just a tribute to our team success on the defensive end.
Now it's been a real focus, hasn't it, Greg, for them to tighten things up defensively?
And it's a collective effort. So even the scorers have to be engaged and exert themselves in order to get stops.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Los Angeles.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. Kyrie Irving is out there with Big Daddy, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
James wide open. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feet. James has got 6 points.
Well, this is where you'd like the play to end up, right? LeBron James in rhythm off the catch.
Down low, and Randall throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Terrell, the pass to Davis. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Deep with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
It's T-shirt Bonanza. Make some noise. All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are, your Laker girls.
Anthony's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Greg, some star big men had complained that they get hacked all game long. But they're not getting the foul calls these guards do on the perimeter.
I'd have to agree, Kevin. I mean, and on a lot of those fouls, the guards get 3 free throws. So something the league might want to take a look at, trying to balance things out.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Barrett, and stolen by James. Here's Irving. Again, Los Angeles.
I'll tell you, airtight defense. Can't be better. Kyrie Irving, tremendous poise in the face of it.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Thunder. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
You know, just what they were looking for right there. That's not a shot he's going to miss.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's James. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, LeBron James has been fouled so many times in his career, it doesn't even face him anymore. There is no stopping this guy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Thunder making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw drops for James.
It is really so impressive how LeBron James continues to play at a high level. We all respect greatness. What is the hardest thing to achieve is sustained greatness, and that's LeBron James.
Here's Randall. Offensive rebound, ripped away. Here's Terrell. Last time out, he had 38 points. Fires the 3. Lucky Southern drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And even after all those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Coming under the floor for the Thunder.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. The tray. And it's Rose missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Anthony with the screen on Barrett. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, too many options, too many weapons at his disposal when he runs the pick and roll.
The Thunder have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Passes it to Randall. Back to Rose. It's stolen by Davis. In the corner, it's James. Lets the 3 fly. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feet. Davis has got 3 assists tonight. And they get it, and it's Barrett penetrating.
The incredible length of Davis uses it to perfection to come up with the block.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Some changes for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis, and Ball subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Thunder, Jaylen Brown comes in for Barrett. And it's Ty Jerome in for Rose. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Los Angeles is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Howard.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
1:02 left in the first half of the game. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Ball. Here's Randall. That one off the back iron and out. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Thompson finds Brown. Rebounded by Howard.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Brown. Count it from 12. Brown's got his first basket.
Well, the mid-range is something Jaylen Brown entered the NBA with. He looks very comfortable in that spot.
Howard. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his three-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that quarter alone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me if I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim. I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Los Angeles Lakers.
It all starts with their shooting, and they're on fire from behind the arc. And I could say the opposite when it comes to the other side. When there's this much disparity in three-point shooting, it usually makes a big difference on the scoreboard.
And now a subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league.
Well, if you want to be a championship team overnight, Kevin Durant is who you go after. He's been at the top of the mountain multiple times, and he knows what it takes. If you give him the right support, he could.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got R.J. Barrett. Tristan Thompson is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Thompson's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. And in terms of the mid-range game, Brown has joined a very elite crowd.
Yeah, no doubt. This guy is both prolific and proficient. He has worked so hard on the short area dribble, the shot release so much more consistent, as is his focus.
The pass to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Brown missing. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brown feeling it out a bit. And they double up Brown. Trying to find Thompson, who gets it to him. And the rejection by Embiid. James outside, the three, and Embiid, the bucket on the assist by James. Embiid's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
It's tipped and stolen by Barrett. Randall down low. He's guarded by Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
That's on LeBron James.
Well, Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And one thing that separates Randall from other guys, his size, that spin move. He can do it off the drive, in the post, now going either direction.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Thunder.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And stolen by James. Cousins against Davis. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. And whirling around the floor, Greg, is there anyone Randall reminds you of?
I mean, they're different players, but Akeem Olajuwon had an unbelievable spin move. Takes a lot of body control, especially for taller guys. But when you do it well, man, it is tough to stop.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now that he's attracting so much defensive attention, Greg, Brown is routinely getting others involved.
And how about his assist numbers have skyrocketed? And it's really not surprising. His sole focus is doing what's best for the team.
That free throw good from Brown.
Boy, guys, what extraordinary growth from Jaylen Brown over the course of his young career. Tighter handle, consistency from deep. This guy is serious about his craft, and it's paying dividends.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for LeBron. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Big Daddy. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Fournier's shot is off. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 20-7 run. Irving from long range. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
For Los Angeles, they've got nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's Jerome, and the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Thunder have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Pass to Cousins. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Jerome passes to Randall. Fournier with the ball. Now Beal defending. Randall with a screen for Brown. Over Davis. Brown. Good.
Jaylen
Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Brown. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Here's the Lakers with the ball. Kuzma. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Beal from long range, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead
32.
as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Irving on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. Andre Drummond is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Beal in at the point.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Beal. Pass to Deck. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Drummond. And here's Davis for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
There's the drive. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Well, you can't teach size, just the old expression, and Andre Drummond making his presence felt defensively.
It's stolen by Davis. Here's Smart. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
First team foul.
All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard to beat that combination.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Terrell's checked in. Here's Jerome. Rebounded by Smart.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Drummond, and another three for the Lakers.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Passes to Terrell. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City, and stolen by Drummond. Here's Terrell, and another three for the Lakers.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Jerome, and that one goes long.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And just a couple years ago, Doris, it seemed, didn't it, like bigs were a dying breed in the NBA? Then last season, two of the top MVP candidates were centers.
There was so much conversation that certain five men, the center position was no longer in vogue. And then all of a sudden, look what happens. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid were neck and neck for long stretches this season. Both five men, both highly skilled. To me, it's always about, can you play the game or can you not play the game? And those two men, they can play.
Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. Zion Williamson comes in for Anthony Davis. And then for Oklahoma City, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Isaiah Roby. Jaylen Brown comes in for Jack. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Ty Jerome. So he gets them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Rose, guarded closely. Thompson dishes to Brown. Here's Giddey. Now the feed to Cousins. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Davis.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. He gets it in there.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Rose kicks to Cousins. The Thunder with another miss. And here is Los Angeles now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Williamson from long range. Nailed from three-point land.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
Here's Randall. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Here's Terrell. Got it.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now, and we want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended, and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Big Daddy.